Hey guys, miss us? We're back again to find out what happens when a master spy, a first-class assassin, and a telepathic child become an unlikely family. Follow us as we experience more of the mayhem, humor, and tears mixed in with a life of espionage and tricks, but also an unexpected love for family bonds. This is what happens with a brilliant spy's accidental vow to a cold-blooded killer, Part 2. The Forgers visit a pet adoption event to get Anya a dog as a prize for gaining a Stella star. Elsewhere in the city, there exists a group of terrorists plotting an assassination using military-trained dogs. At the pet adoption center, Loid receives a wise mission regarding a terrorist plot involving an underground dog smuggling operation. Anya, who had wandered away from their group, notices a large white dog outside and is shocked when she reads his mind. She witnesses a vision of her family in the future. Believing the dog might be able to see the future somehow, she follows him into a dangerous terrorist hideout. The terrorists, realizing that Anya has overheard them, decide to abduct her, but Anya is saved by the white dog, and a chase takes place. Meanwhile, Loid, who is impersonating an SSS officer, is following the activities of the terrorist organization, preparing for a showdown. The terrorists manage to capture Anya, but because of her telepathy and the future-seeing white dog, she manages to escape. However, when she makes contact with the dog, she gets a frightening vision of the Loid's death in an explosion. Choosing to change the future, Anya rushes to save Loid. She and the dog arrive at a car booby-trapped with a bomb, set to kill Loid. Struggling to reach the bomb, Anya comically scribbles a warning note in messy letters and places it on the device. Loid, noticing the odd warning, prevents the bomb from going off just in time. Meanwhile, Yor, believing Anya has been abducted, tracks down one of the terrorists and delivers a savage flying kick. The terrorist, seeing her superhuman strength, is paralyzed with fear. With the assassination attempt foiled, the terrorists retreat and Loid is at last reunited with Anya, though he is still confused about how she knew about the bomb. The Forgers legally adopt the white dog, and Anya names him Bond due to his bowtie-like fur. Bond struggles to adjust to his new life though, still traumatized from the experiments and abuse he had suffered as a test subject of Project Apple. Anya, excited to have a superpower dog, does everything to bond with him like play fetch, feed him, and even ride on his back, but Bond is too traumatized to respond. Bond doesn't want to bond. Ironic. When Anya unintentionally causes a crisis by nearly falling from a high ledge, Bond's instincts kick in and he heroically saves her, and they are finally able to bond. Yor, feeling insecure about her life as a wife, decides to improve herself as a cook. Her cooking, however, is horribly bad. She accidentally poisoned Loid and Anya with her terrible cooking. Determined to improve, she asks coworker Camilla for help, who offers to teach her basic recipes. Using Yuri, her brother, as the test subject, Yuri, who is obsessed with his sister, makes himself eat her horrible cooking while trying to hold back tears. Yor is finally able to make a single good dish, a meal from her late mother's recipe. Loid and Anya are impressed that it actually tastes good, making Yor happy. At Eden Academy, there's an arts and crafts session for Damien's class where they must make paper animals. Damien, attempting to impress his father, insists on making a mighty griffin, symbolizing the Desmond clan's strength. But his team is terrible, especially Anya, who continually ruins the project by mistake. In the end, their griffin is hideous, and Damien's dreams of glory are shattered. Yuri finds out Anya is struggling in school and demands to tutor her, but he's terrible at teaching. His harsh ways and unrealistic expectations annoy and frustrate Anya. At one point, Anya reads Yuri's mind and realizes he struggled with studying as a child too, making him a hypocrite. Eventually, he gives up, realizing teaching is harder than it looks. A new spy, codenamed Daybreak, who claims to be Twilight's rival, is introduced. Unlike the highly skilled Twilight, Daybreak is a complete idiot. One might say he's even worse than Anya. He was hired to sabotage Donovan Desmond's test results. Loid, already inside the school in disguise, watches in awe as Daybreak ruins his mission in the most ridiculous ways possible. He even signs his name on the evidence, and thought Anya was bad. Loid, observing the man's amateurishness, secretly corrects Damien's answers to avoid arousing suspicion. Daybreak proudly gloats over his success, unaware that he failed miserably. Later, Anya's best friend Becky Blackbell develops a crush on Loid after she spots him wearing casual clothes. She fantasizes about becoming Anya's stepmother, leaving Anya confused. As a class assignment, Anya visits Berlin General Hospital, where Loid is working under his cover as a psychiatrist. Anya daydreams about spy operations, pretending the hospital is a secret mission. She stumbles upon an actual spy report left behind by Loid, but completely misinterprets it. Meanwhile, Loid is conducting a real WISE mission, secretly investigating suspected activities within the hospital without compromising his cover. Later, we are introduced to Fiona Frost, a WISE agent with the codename Nightfall, who secretly has a crush on Loid. She thinks Yor is not good enough for Loid and wants to replace her in the Forger family. Fiona visits the Forger household, keeping a close eye on Yor and Loid's actions, but Yor inadvertently gets her off track when she shows genuine love and affection for Anya and Loid, something Fiona, for all her skills, cannot fake. Poor Fiona. Not to be outdone, Fiona challenges Yor to a tennis match in a bid to prove herself the better woman. Yor's supernatural strength, however, causes the ball to explode upon impact. To everyone's astonishment, Fiona, even though a spy expert, decides she cannot compete with Yor's brute strength. Fiona leaves in frustration, vowing to herself that she will someday take Yor's place, while Yor wonders if she is a bad wife. Loid and Fiona go on an operation together, posing as a married couple to gain entry into an underground tennis tournament that is hosted by the Campbell family. They aim to win a match so they can be near a confidential painting with classified intelligence hidden in it. Despite the opponents cheating using several tricks, Loid and Fiona win using their insane spy-level skills. Fiona fantasizes about winning the tournament and proving she's the better partner, but Loid only cares about the mission. Loid and Fiona make it to the finals of the underground tennis tournament, where they face the Campbell siblings, who cheat using special tennis rackets, reflex-stimulating drugs, and sabotage techniques. Despite these challenges, Loid and Fiona overcome them with superior skill and strategy, ultimately winning the tournament. However, before they can claim the painting, the Campbells try to backstab them, forcing Loid to improvise a new plan. Loid, quick on his feet, secretly nabs the painting, retrieving the classified information for WISE. Meanwhile, Fiona vows to train harder so that someday she might win his heart. The episode ends with Fiona challenging Yor to a rematch, only for Yor to once again annihilate the tennis ball, showing off her strength. The next scene has Yor thinking of herself as a bad wife for overhearing Loid and Fiona talking about how to improve the Forger mission. Wanting to be of more use, Yor takes Loid out for a night of drinking in the hopes of proving that she is worth keeping around as a member of the Forger family. Unfortunately, Yor gets drunk and tells Loid how she believes he would be better off with someone like Fiona, who is skilled, elegant, and intelligent, all traits Yor believes she lacks. Loid notices that she is uneasy, tries to comfort her, and even goes as far as to express that he wishes that the marriage become real. However, drinks and Yor have never been a good combination. She wrongly assumes Loid is hitting on her and delivers a good kick to his face, knocking him out. He starts to imagine himself lying next to his mother and listening to her gentle and melodious lullaby that she used to sing. He wakes up and realizes it's Yor singing. Loid tells her that she's perfect already and requests Yor to continue being Anya's mother as well as his wife. Eden Academy soon hosts an Imperial Students Gathering for parents and kids, one that is exclusive to the creme de la creme. The gathering is the best opportunity for Loid to meet the reclusive National Unity Party leader, Donovan Desmond, and make progress with Operation Strix. Loid uses the odd relationship between Damien and Anya as a pretext to approach Donovan. Damien struggles with his desire for his father's approval and even thinks of not meeting him, but Anya manages to convince him. When they meet, Donovan remains distant and unemotional. Loid inserts himself into the conversation under the pretense of a concerned parent while fishing for Donovan's personality. The meeting initially starts as an uncomfortable probing standoff with both men warily feeling each other out. But Loid comes to understand Donovan and his ideas more. At last, Loid is able to leave an impressionable opinion on Donovan, successfully planting the seeds for further meetings, ensuring Operation Strix continues. The season ends with Anya proud of what she has done without understanding the full implications of what has just happened. The Forger family returns home, with Loid reflecting on how far the mission has gone, and how much he has grown attached to his fake family. And that's all we have for today. If you enjoyed watching the recap and would want to watch more such content, then like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us what you'd like to see next on this channel. Until next time.